not the best at this. Hey everyone, welcome back to HartLand Farms. It's another day here in Michigan. We're actually at the end of June, so this means strawberries are in season. And for the first time ever, my daughter and I went out and we did upick strawberries. It was a completely new experience for me. I grew up in the city, so I didn't do a lot of upicks. We went and got our fruit from the store. So it was definitely a really cool experience to actually be out there in the fields, to be smelling the ripe strawberries, to be picking them, and to be able to kind of take them back and be able to process them that day. This year, I was told by the owners of the strawberry patch that it was due to the late frost we had. We had one frost the Thursday before Memorial Day. It was super random, and it really, a lot of people lost their gardens, including us. We did some pre-planting, and it just gotta wait till Memorial Day up here just to be safe. Anyways, due to that frost, and then we've been in a drought. We haven't had barely any rain in June, so everything is pretty brown right now, but due to that, the strawberries were very small. However, they tasted amazing. They were sweet, tart, perfect snack size. Often I cut the tops off of them and we could pop in our mouths, and they've been perfect snacks for us. So even though they're really tiny, it's still been a lot of fun to get out there and pick them and then turn them into something. The first time, my daughter and I tried to make jam, and as you can see, this is the end result. It didn't quite solidify, a lot like my jelly. I relabeled it as sauce. So we made a strawberry sauce. We had a lot of fun making the sauce together. My daughter got to smash up the strawberries, and then we got to cook them down. We did do them in smaller quantities this time, so instead of doing one giant batch like we did the first time with dandelion jelly, we slowed it down and we made smaller batches. And I did follow the recipe from my ball canning blue book, which I followed the sugar-free recipe, and it did call for adding some sugar that the pectin calls for. And I didn't do that. I did this. This is 100% sugar-free. It just has pectin in it, which I believe has maybe some sugar. But other than that, there's no additional sugars added, which I believe is why it didn't solidify. But this sauce is very good. It's sweet, it's tart. It goes great on, I made a cream cheese frosting and I added strawberries to it, and it was perfect. And then drizzled the sauce on top of that. It was just delicious. So it's great for French toast, pancakes, ice cream, something just to kind of go on top of something else. Second time we went out strawberry picking, we froze majority of them. The reason we're freezing them is we want to be able to pull out a cup of frozen fruit in the wintertime and have pretty much almost fresh fruit. It was frozen the day it was ripe, and be ready to eat it. Add that to yogurt, add that to smoothies, add that to whatever we want, instead of having to go out and buy some. How we froze them is that we cut the tops off. If they were larger, we cut them in half or thirds, just to kind of have a more consistent sizing on the sheet. I use tin foil down. I don't recommend using tin foil. When I went to scrape the frozen strawberries off, it peeled up the tin foil as well. I really recommend parchment paper if you have it. I had tin foil available. It worked, not ideal. So with my daughter's help, we laid them out on the pan, and then we froze it in our giant chest freezer. After a couple hours, and they were pretty solid, I brought them out and we measured them into 1 cups, and we put them in a food saver bag and sealed it off. The reason I recommend freezing them first and then putting them into the food saver bag is that you don't get all the food saver bag compresses down. It's not going to suck up all that extra juice into the food saver. The juices are still pretty frozen in those strawberries. So it's a lot cleaner just to seal it off, and it goes a lot faster. The reason we decided to do 1 cup servings is that it's a lot easier to pull out 1 cup at a time and use 1 cup of fruit in the winter than it is to pull out 5 cups of something and maybe use 1 cup or maybe use 2 cups and the other 3 go bad. And this way we're reducing our food waste, and we're not getting out more than we can eat at a time, and we're preserving quantities that we'll actually use. I made that mistake as I canned up some quarts of things that we didn't need in quart size. Really, the pint is like the perfect size for our family. So that's what I'm kind of being more mindful of this year. It's just not the large ones, but using smaller, perfect size things for our family. Total, we picked about 16 pounds of strawberries. Of 16 pounds, that made 12 half pints of strawberry sauce. It also only did 13 cups of frozen strawberries. We're preserving 5 to 6 pounds of strawberries out of the 8 that we're picking, and the other 2 we're eating throughout the week. So we're still eating fresh strawberries as well, enjoying those while they're in season. So that's about how much is lasting our family of 3. Our daughter is a strawberry monster. She will eat the whole thing in one sitting and just loves strawberries so much. Strawberries are perfect for kids. Like any berry, any fruit is just perfect for kids. The reason is that their bodies are growing so quickly is that they need those carbohydrates and those sugars, and fruit is the best way of getting those carbohydrates and sugars. And their body turns that into fuel very quickly, very efficiently, and then they can keep growing and grow healthy. So we're not opposed to her eating a couple pounds a week. So yep, that has also been another major push for me to get these strawberries preserved. I think we're gonna keep heading out a couple more times. We have a local farm, the Upick local farm is right around the corner, so it's very efficient for us to get there, very cost effective, and that way we have more fruit saved up for the winter time, and we're not trying to buy fresh fruit in the winter or even frozen fruit in the winter. Fruit up here and even vegetables up here in the wintertime come from South America. So by the time they get up here, they've been picked a long time ago. They're on their last leg. It doesn't taste very good. They've been picked before they even reach the ripeness, so they look ripe by the time they get here. It's often like bruised, and by the time you take it home the next day, it's going bad. So, and it's very expensive too, because you have to pay for it being shipped all the way up here. So preserving the bountiful harvest we have in the summertime really cuts down on that food bill in the wintertime, and also helps you have fresh, yummy, delicious food for winter. And that way you're not eating the crap that comes from the stores. So yeah, that was our latest adventure. I'm inside because our air quality right now is really, really bad. Canada has some forest fires, and all that smoke is coming right over the border into our state. So our air quality has been pretty poor, so we've been inside for most of the time. I'll keep you posted on that, on how things are progressing. If you want to continue to support us, please like and subscribe to our channel. Follow us on Instagram. We're also on Facebook as well. Contact information is in the description below. But thanks for joining us. Till next time, take care. Bye-bye.